Hey guys, let's take a walk. Got two hands and a coffee cup and a selfie stick. I don't even know if I'm pointing it at myself because I can't see it because my glasses are bipolarized. Anyway, maybe you can see me. I don't even care if you can or not. But am I recording? Let me check that. I turn somewhere so I can tell. I still can't see the button. Gosh. It's difficult being me sometimes. Let me pull my glasses down. Yeah, it's recording. My glasses make that screen look completely black. All right, so let's see. Another beautiful day out here. Look at how beautiful. You can hear the roosters crowing. He's a little late. He's about 7 hours late. But he is right. It is daytime, so that's good. Did you guys know that roosters are actually jungle fowl? If you've ever been to Southeast Asia, you'll hear roosters everywhere all the time, and some of them are not. They're not farm animals. They are indigenous animals. Banty type roosters, black ones with the shiny feathers. They are naturally running around in the jungle. A cup of coffee. Okay. Well, I tell you, the more I look at that truck, it just really, look at this. Look at how ugly that thing is. I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing, but look at the tail end on that thing. That's ugly as sin, but it's something about it I like. You know, I had a girlfriend with a really ugly tail end. There was something about her that I liked. I think she just had good bones. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Couple things. Walking around out here drinking a cup of coffee. Nathan's making homemade tomato soup. What a good guy. I bust his balls all the time, but I told him the other day, I was like, hey man, don't be upset with me for busting your balls. You need it. Every young man needs his balls busted by the older men. That's how you become a better man. You know? You gotta get your balls busted so you know. So that you don't go shoot fucking schools, you know? That's really what it comes down to. You gotta be a little tougher than that so you don't go shoot up fucking schools. So you gotta bust their balls a little bit. Oh, you say about busting people's balls. I worked in a fucking steel mill when I was 18. And look at me now. You know what I'm saying? You better believe those old cats at the steel mill fucking did not give me an inch. They couldn't give me an inch because if they did, I could accidentally kill my fucking self because we were working in a steel mill, you know? That's why I get all pissed off about these fucking idiots that I work with in aerospace when they run a crane. They've got this whole wackadoo crane culture where they freak out about a crane all the time. Everybody freaks out about the crane. What happened here? Turns out my AutoZone scraperator sucks. But everybody freaks out about the crane. It's like, guys, it's just a fucking crane. Calm down. That's broken now. Okay, well, we got half of a crucifix off and one of the bull's legs. So this is what's left now. Yeah, we'll let it ride. Okay. So yeah. Everybody in aerospace now, oh, you're running the crane, you better have the lights and your fucking codpiece on. It's like, dude, I used to run a crane at full fucking speed while climbing up and down ladders on the backs of fucking trucks loaded with fucking steel. And that was just like 1/3 of the job I was doing. The other 2/3 were like fucking painting rod ends and whipping steel out of bundles and holy fuck. And now you touch a crane and everybody loses their goddamn minds. Just me complaining. Okay, so anyway, gotta bust the balls a little bit. Gotta bust his balls a little bit, but every time I think I get him tracking straight down the fucking rails, he does something that I'm just like, all right, I gotta bust your balls, man. I can't let you get away with this. I'm coming out here to look to see if I can find a piece of metal to harvest to wrap around my tailpipe. Put 2 clamps on it. I think I can. It's corrugated. That's going to be a problem. It's going to be hard to bend a piece of corrugated steel. No, As long as I bend it with the corrugulations, shouldn't be too bad. There's some right there, but I don't like that. I'm gonna go over here and see what's hanging out in this shed. Yeah, I'm a maniac, you know. I know it. I know I sound like one when you guys listen to me. But believe me, it may sound like my mind's jumping around from place to place and I'm saying crazy shit, but believe me, it's all coming from something that I know or have done. Oh, baby. Do we have some sheet metal? We got some sheet metal. What I'm doing is I'm going to wrap a piece of tin or something around the gap in my exhaust pipe where it's broken off, because I can't put the coupler around it because it's not round anymore. But all I want to do is just funnel some of the chaos out of the tail end of the truck, right? I've said that a few times now. So I don't even know what's in my own. If I could find a license plate, that would give me a stinger. I'm telling you. One piece of metal. Yeah, so I'm doing the tailpipe. I'm wrapping up the tailpipe. There's a bobber hanging in the chicken wire. Why? What's that for? I don't know. I've only been in the shed like twice. Every time I come in here, I find something different. You know, it's pretty interesting. Oh, there's a coffee can. That, my friends, it is full of nails. So we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone. This is something that you find in an old barn, guys. Look at this. It's a can full of old nails. Just between me and you. See, listen, let's see if it does it. I hope it does. We'll do it again. See that tin up there banging around? Every once in a while, a piece of it gets lifted pretty high and it slams down and it makes a bang. And Nathan doesn't know what it is. And it freaks him out because he's here at night by himself. He's like, every once in a while, there's like this bang that comes from out in the shed. I'm not going to tell him because I figured it out in like... I figured it out the first night we were here, what was banging. He hasn't figured it out yet. So I'm just going to let him keep thinking there's like a ghost in the barn for a while. Because I told you I'm kind of a dickhead sometimes. Oh, let's see if there's a ghost. Here's my little well shed. I had you in here the other day. I'm looking for a piece of metal. Why? It doesn't fucking matter why. I'm just walking around, you know. Lots of metal on the outside of the sheds. So okay. My mind is a waste. I like to eat paste. Yeah, so I just called AutoZone and Advanced and O'Reilly's, and O'Reilly's didn't answer the phone. AutoZone and Advanced don't have shift forks for those transmissions because nobody fixes anything worth fixing. They have light bulbs and they have... Oh, you guys hear that? It's a ghost playing an oboe. They have light bulbs and they have air fresheners, but they don't have... Oh, there's another can, people. They don't have shift forks. These cans are old. Is there any potatoes in this can? Boys and girls, I think we have us a candidate. I was going to try and find a prettier thing, but that's pretty enough. That's pretty enough to patch an exhaust for like a couple of weeks. I'll show you here in a second. That'll work. That's like a piece of... That's not a can. It might be a piece of stove chimney. They don't have what I need, so I'm gonna have to order the shift forks, and that's fine. That's fine. I should film up like this. Let me fix this thing so you guys can see where I'm walking around like this. They don't have shift forks. And that's fine because that's going to make me finish my other projects. Because the fun project is working on the truck. The less fun project is working on myself. Here's a word of advice, guys. Don't work on yourself. I had a therapist, and I used to pay him with drugs. We didn't actually exchange money. Now I have 3 post hole diggers. Nathan bought one. One came in the back of the truck, and here's one in the barn. Gotta watch my head. How many ghosts do you think are in this barn? Like, how many dead chickens do you think are running around me right now? I don't know. Do chickens have ghosts? Of course they do. All right, no, nothing better in here than that can. I was hoping. There's a hoe. There's the end of a hoe. I mean, the end of a hoe is a hoe. I have a stick that came. Oh, there's paint on that. Okay, that's a good find. Here is a training wheel on a chain. I don't know what that's supposed to even symbolize, but it's kind of disturbing. Here's a grinder wheel on an axle. The old guy that came over to visit me the other day, he knew where everything was in my house better than I did. What's this stuff? This is motor oil SAE 5W30. Okay. There's a freezer here. I think it's full of dog food. Yeah, it's full of kit and caboodle. I was telling Nathan that this thing probably works, and he was freaking out. He's like, "Do we even want to put food in it?" I shouldn't make the Nathan voice like that. He was like, "Do we even want to put?" I did it again. "Do we even want to put food in, an old freezer like that?" And I was like, "Dude, if it works, it works." I plan on keeping the food in some sort of a wrapper, so I would imagine it'll stay separate. Let's go in the top and see if we have a piece of metal up there. I'm busy talking to you. I'm going to fall through the damn floor. Oh, yeah. I got tin snips in my pocket for the harvest, by the way. There's probably a piece of flashing up here somewhere. The coffee's getting cold. So back to the shift forks. No one has them. I'm going to order them. They'll be here in like 4 days. So I decided the other day I was going to put that exhaust pipulation back together. Let me walk carefully. So that when I do start it, it doesn't sound so bad. Even if it's just, I'm going to tear it out again anyway. And so I'm going to do that real quick. Then I'm going to eat some toast and cheese sandwiches that are toasted with cheese. And, oh, I hear the cat. She lives out here for some reason. I don't know why she doesn't want to live in the garage. She just likes to poop in the garage. She's a sweet cat, but I can't tolerate a cat shitting in my house. My ex-wife used to drag cats home, and it used to just drive me nuts. Nothing more disrespectful to a man than shitting on his floor, I think. Guys. Nope, that's plastic. I thought I just hit the fucking mother load here. Look at that. I thought that was flashing. It's flat. Is it? No, that's plastic. Old windows. Popcorn can. That would be a good one. What's this say? It's plastic, but it says something. Well, I want to take the time to read. I'm gonna fall through the floor. I don't remember what we were talking about. Doesn't matter. We're just adventuring in the barn now. I gotta be careful because this is where the floor was crunchy. This is a cool door. This looks like it was in the house at one point in time or something. That's a badass door. That fucking door. Nah, the screws are too new. It's got modern wood screws in it. That's still a cool door. I would like to put that somewhere cool. There's some windows and a box and a door. And here it is. Careful where we're stepping. I'm looking for a nice piece of flashing. That would go good around the exhaust piper. Oh, that's the spot. Oh my goodness. If I go through the floor, guys. This is the bad part. The screen door does not have the latch I need for my latch. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, this does need work for sure. Here's a piece of very thick. That's too thick. Here is a piece of hose. Can't see very well. Is this metal? It is. What kind of metal is that? I don't know, but it's buried. It's buried under a bunch of other stuff. I don't know if I feel like digging it out. Oh, yeah, baby. War memorabilia. That's probably not what that is. What is that? I usually know what things are. What is that? What is that? So that's not a light fixture. I don't know. Probably expensive and I just broke it. It probably is a light fixture because there's light stuff here. Let's see. That metal's cool, but I don't feel like going through the trouble of digging it out of that pile of stuff. It's underneath everything, of course. That's metal. That is metal. That is nice and metal-y. That's what I need right there. Yeah. Let's cut a chunk of that off. Cat will not be quiet. She's like, her eyeballs are rotting out of her head pretty much, I think. Whoop. Not really, but she's a barn cat, and whatever. Okay, here we go. 3 inches in diameter is what in circumference? I don't know. I didn't pass. I did pass. I did pass geography. I didn't do so good in algebra 2 with that fat bitch, Miss Hartley. Remember how her arms used to just flap around when she'd write on the board? Geometry is what I was going to say. Okay, so we got our piece of metal. I got to be careful going back over there. Okay, coffee. Just threw that out on the barn floor. Okay, we got a piece of metal. That's cool. It is. Okay, that's good enough. That'll save me from having to cut apart that can. Don't fall down the steps playing with your phone. Yeah, so the truck, we're gonna order the shift forks. I'm very certain that it's the 3/4 shift fork. I looked at it a little bit longer, and it's definitely just wallowed straight through. There's the cat. I think she lives in this wood pile now. Poor thing, I let her inside, but she just will not stop shitting on the floor. Burp. No matter what. So maybe when she grows up, she won't grow up. She's gonna get eaten. But and then no, I know what's gonna happen. She's gonna live and have 20 more cats in the barn, and that's gonna be okay, I guess. Barn cats. To hire a vet to come out here, and do things to my cats. So shift forks will be in a couple days. I'm gonna put this thing on the exhaust pipe so I can fire it up and it won't be so damn loud. Then we're gonna go inside and I'm thinking for the rest of the day I'm gonna finish sanding in the bathroom, and as wherever it is when I'm done today is where I'm done, because it's better than it was. Are you still recording? I could be just talking to the phone. It's not even on. I can't see the screen. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in the bathroom. It's still recording. You guys knew it was. I'm gonna go into the bathroom. I still taste the drywall. Taste that drywall goodness. I'm gonna go in the bathroom, finish sanding for a little bit, and it's bitter cold out here. Primer. Looks like we have primer from Nathan's painting business. I say that, but it's he doesn't have a painting business. He has a van and an LLC. I'm gonna primer the walls, at least primer the walls today. I would like to put that sink in. I can do that today. And then I've got sanding dust that's like slowly creeping out of the bathroom and into the living room. I could get that. That sun feels good. I could get that sinkerator in there. Now it's turned into a garage bench. It's not good. Transmission fluid. Yeah. So put the sink in there tonight. That'd be good. And then put the light fixture on the wall. That's oh shit. I may have fucked up. That light fixture has a little tiny round base. And I haven't been like fixing the drywall around where the wires come out very well. I've been doing it medium well, but not very well. We'll find out. I'll just do some more drywall. It's not a big deal. I don't have a plan, you know. I just do it as I go. I also, the drywall underneath the light, right in the middle where I ripped the mirror off, I'm not going crazy there either. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a bigger mirror that covers most of that shit again. And when I glue it on, no, I'm kidding. But I've gotten the corners pretty well. So get that sanded out, get some primer on it, maybe get some paint on it. That's a lot of stuff to do today. Yeah, I don't know. Just anyway, we're gonna work on that. The oil that came out of the truck is here. You guys see that oil? I guess you can. I can't see if you can see it or not. Look at how filthy that oil is. It is like there is no transparency to it. Look at see how it goes up the side of the pan, and it paints the pan black. That oil is very bad. So this truck was abused by a lawyer. Probably not just him, but whomever else before him. Okay, let's get some work. Let's get some work done here. I'll talk to you later.